glorifying death, but that's because of emo rap in general. And these guys have an unfortunate name.
Yeah. No, for real. And again, you know, I think there's a certain level of theatricality that comes with this shit, right? Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
You know, maybe they're trying to be the new, you know, Black Sabbath in that regard, right? Oh, this is edgy, but it's reaching the. But just for my own edification, I can't fuck with that heavy. You know what I mean?
I understand. I put them both on B tier.
Yeah, you know, I'd vouch for them to that degree. I'll vouch for them. I don't think they're whack.
They're underground legends, but they're not as lyrical as like Ra, the Rugged Man, and LP and Idea, brother. So
absolutely
that's fair. Next up is Shaggy 2 Dope from ICP.
I mean, okay. Here's my thing. So Violent J is the more creative one in the group, and the one who clearly writes more in the studio and actually like Violent. Insane Clown Posse is basically one person, and every now and then Shaggy 2 Dope shows up.
I'm grabbing a drink. I'll be right back, but go ahead. Talk your piece.
Yeah. But that's the thing about Insane Clown Posse that people don't like think about, and you can tell they don't because not a lot of people actually engage with the music, and also their voices are kind of similar, so it is kind of hard to tell one from the other, honestly, after a while. But you can tell after a while when you listen to their shit, we're like, oh, Violent J is the creative one who kind of came up with all the ideas, and Shaggy 2 Dope is the, you know, he's the Ben Affleck to you know, Violent J's Matt Damon, who actually like wrote the script, you know what I'm saying? And Ben Affleck's like, oh yeah, word, do that thing where it's about us being like, yeah, like servants doing evil carnival or some shit. Word, yeah, I'm down for that, you know? So Shaggy 2 Dope is kind of like, and you can hear it when you hear their raps, honestly. Like, Violent J is the one who comes with like, oh, it may not be the most lyrical, but it's kind of creative. And then Shaggy 2 Dope is just like, that's just wacky and goofy. Like, that's just too silly. Like, the shit that he'll come up with, you know? But they you know, they work together and it's sort of like, oh, these are the two knuckleheads that, you know, work best together, even though it's still like 2/3 just Violent J most of the time. So that's why I put that. I would say Violent J, like, lyrically, you know, his lyricalism doesn't get him on the B tier, but I think his creativity bumps him just to that level of the B tier. And then Shaggy 2 Dope is kind of like the dude who's along for the ride. He is the stereotype of like when you come up with the, you know, the most awkwardest, weirdest lyrics, is probably Shaggy 2 Dope that's saying them. You know, like, fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying. It gets me pissed. That's Shaggy 2 Dope who said that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna argue for this. I think Violent J should be B tier, and the Shaggy 2 Dope should be C tier.
You said Violent J should be B and Shaggy should be C?
Yeah, as much as Violent J is not that dope of a rapper, like lyrically, I think the creativity that he brings to a lot of his music kind of bumps him up. And Shaggy 2 Dope is the actual stereotype of what people think Insane Clown Posse is in terms of like really bad lyrics that they string together. Like I said, he's the one responsible for the fucking magnets. How do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Don't motherfucking lie and give me this.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that was specifically, see, if you're a listener to Insane Clown Posse like him, you would know the specific reason why that rhyme is written that way. Oh yeah, because that was Shaggy writing that. Fucking the guy who sounds like a goddamn 60s cartoon character, Shaggy 2 Dope. Yeah, that was him.
Wow. Wow. Also, Violent J does make more songs. So,
yeah, just in general.
Something to be said about that. Yeah, Slug. What do you think? A?
Honestly, I think I would argue A. Yeah.
Yeah, we could put him in A. We could put him in the league with everyone else.
You could say his music insists upon itself. You could say that.
I guess. He has a pretty lax way of flowing.
Yeah, and the quality of his storytelling really shines through.
Yeah. When you yeah, he has a couple of really like just chill songs that are about like just an average day. He's like a slice of life rapper or something.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that. I say that even knowing that he apparently has some bad blood against me for talking down on Tribe Called Quest. But that don't matter because I'm talking about the quality. You know what I'm saying? No bias over here
So
what
wait,
I'm saying?
Slug heard your critique of Tribe and said something about it? What did he say?
On Instagram, he just said blocked and like put a comment under my Instagram video where I used that clip of talking about a Tribe Called Quest from like 8 years ago. I'm pretty sure that video's from, but you know how the internet is.
Yeah, you made a reel of it like recently, and then he blocked you.
Yeah. Well, he I don't know if he actually did because
You can see if you go to his page, it'll tell you if you can find it or not.
Yeah. But I was able to see the comments, so I'm assuming I'm not actually blocked. I think he just said that sort of like as a performative.
Oh, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, if he actually did block you, you wouldn't be able to see the comment. You're right. That's funny.
But like I said, just fucking love him. You know what I mean?
My buddy met him actually. Like they got a picture together. He's a cool dude.
I'm sure if he met me and didn't know who I was, he would probably be fine with me.
Yeah. Bro, the internet is not real. You know, the internet's not real life.
Exactly. It's just a bunch of motherfuckers saying shit, you know?
Yeah, it's all personas just talking to each other like they're real, which is funny.
True.
Yeah, it's an avatar. That's why they give you avatars on you know what I'm saying? It's like, here, make a mini version of you.
That movie's all a part of the conspiracy, man.
Dude, James fucking Cameron.
And the TV show, man. They did it to fuck with you, man.
Dude, man.
What an avatar really be, man.
My mind's... Oh, bro.
Dude, it's all just fucking with you, man.
Dude, my mind's fucking blown, bro. Jeez. Anyway, next is Token. You know, he's Eminem Light. This is Eminem Light.
Quintessential, overly lyrical, spherical in a swimming pool. You know what I mean?
He's got good beats, though. I'll give him that. He's got good beats.
Yes.
The bass is always on point.
The thing about him is he's either lyrical, swimming pool, or whatever, or it's writing in my diary raps. The shit that's so personal, you have to actually care about him in order to give a shit about.
Oh shit, yeah, he does get way too personal. It's weird.
You know, it's like, okay, you're talking about like, oh, one day, you know, we were shooting a music video for this one song, but this guy was angry at me for this thing. I'm like, I don't care after a while. Like, it's a little too intricate.
Did you hear the Hawk Tua song that he made?
Jesus fucking Christ, no, I'm not trying to hear the fucking Hawk Tua.
We're putting him in the D tier, right next to NF.
You know what? Yeah.
That deserves it. Just the Hawk Tour track. Trying to ride a trend that hard. Bro, you're dick riding.
Come on.
Anyway, next is Tom McDonald. We can put him in the Avoid, right?
Avoid.
Next is Vanilla Ice.
Okay. You know, we did have to listen to that.
We had to. I don't know if you meant to say that or not. That was funny as fuck. I can't hear you, homie. Hold up, let me try it this time. Alright, calling back the rap critic. Yo. Yeah,
what the fuck?
I can hear you this time. Why is your phone keep cutting out? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's your fault.
Hey! All right,
what do you know about technology?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Kids made my phone. That's what I know.
Oh, shit. That's making me think a little too deep about this. Oh, man. I hope the aliens don't land now.
Oh, shit. They are. Yo, they're here. They're here already.
And we fucking wish they were here. Dude, if they were here, I'm just saying, fucking, when it comes to conspiracy theories, literally every conspiracy theory, the reason why we know about it is because someone said something about it. If aliens were here, we would have known by now. Especially with all, think about how much, like, our phones have exposed. Like, isn't it kind of coincidental ever since phones have become a common thing? There ain't no miracles from God that have been happening. No miraculous things that we've been able to capture.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what I mean by if aliens were here, we would have known already. Somebody would have caught that shit, okay? Don't fucking tell me. You know what I mean?
If Jesus is on your toast, everyone's going to know about it. No one's going to care. Because it's like, all right.
Well, I guess we just accept that now.
That's the closest miracle we... Okay, I'll go see the piece of toast. I'll make my pilgrimage. We were talking about Vanilla Ice here.
Okay, so I would put him... Like, we did have to listen to his album. platinum album where he rocks the blonde dreads. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And honestly, listening to his, like, that first album, Vanilla Ice to the Extreme, definitely not great, but it's one of those things where as soon as you stretch back and you're like, oh, he was 16, 17 when he wrote most of this. It's kind of like oh, wait a minute. Like,
are you sure that he wrote it?
No, he did. He actually did. Right. Like, I mean, it might have been a double rapping job with his friend.
You know, they made up his autobiography too.
Yeah, no, that was bullshit because he was just trying to capitalize off the moment. But and apparently, from what I heard, the autobiographers were kind of making up some stuff to sort of pump up the story or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But my point being is that, like, it's not like he wasn't fucking with people, and like literally he was Vanilla Ice, and the dude he rapped with was named Chocolate. So it's kind of like, oh, Vanilla and Chocolate, like they're duo. You know? So it's not like he wasn't like, you know,
Ebony and Ivory.
Right, it was like supposed to be that sort of shit. So it's not, but for the, you know, late 80s, early 90s, and again, he's 16, 17 years old writing most of this.
He's the first Soulja Boy.
Yes, literally. But when I listen to, what do you call it?
Ice Ice Baby.
It's not that awful lyrically.
No. It's a fun song. It's a good song.
There's just some parts where the flow is off in a way that's kind of like, ooh, that's a little awkward.
Yeah.
And
amateurish flow. Yeah,
but that's not his fault that his first song blew up. That's the fault of a record label that was going, ooh, that's right.
It's like
the white guy, you know?
It's like hip hop was the internet before the internet.
Yeah. So, you know what? All in all, I think that rounds up to about a C tier. I'd give him a C tier. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Give us a C tier. That's cool. He seems like a really cool guy too. All right, next.
I mean, he has anger issues, but you know,
who doesn't?
You know yeah, exactly. Especially after what he's gone through. Like when you're the fucking punchline, especially in the way that 90s treated.
Yeah, he was the first.
The late 90s treated the early 90s as if he didn't fucking even know it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. He was like one of the first people to switch to metal afterwards and just start. You know what I mean?
But he was one of the first people to be clowned on for, oh, you look like early 90s. That's whack.
Right. He was like the blueprint for Post Malone and shit like that. And Jelly Roll. Like all these guys who just switched genres. Like, all right, fuck yeah. Fuck rap. I don't need this shit. MGK and stuff.
Well, I would say that because, you know, he got so dissed by the industry. But I honestly think a better example of that would be Kid Rock, who had no reason to leave the genre, but just did it because there was more money to be made in country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Now he's got a fucking restaurant with a tribute band playing there, playing his songs every night. Insane.
Holy crap.
Insane.
The motherfucker who wants to live in that part specifically of the late 90s, man. All right.
I know you're stuck, like, mentally. Like, you need to change.
Joe Dirt reruns and shit.
Oh,
like,
Jesus. Oh, my God. You have a mullet? That's terrifying. Anyway. And not for any sort of, like, fashionable trending sense. You had a mullet the entire time.
Trying to bring it back. The white YouTubers are trying to bring it back.
No, bro, right. It is back. Trust me. I see it. I see it every day. It is back.
Trash stash. Why are you doing this? Yeah.
I don't know why. I have no fucking clue.
I'm so self-aware of how I don't care about how I look, you guys.
Fucking, I'm a douchebag. Look at me. Who cares? I don't care. Next is Vinny Paz. Part of Jedi Mind Tricks. I don't know anything about him though.
Yeah, Jedi Mind Tricks. Where did I put?
You said he was like a Mortal Technique of a Mortal Technique. Like he's a Mortal Technique on crack or something.
Like, I want to put it in B tier because it does take a lot of ability and talent to create what he is creating. But at the same time, I can't act like I actually enjoy it because it is so pretentious. Of like, get it, I'm referencing all of these biblical and historical things. Doesn't that make it automatically a good verse? And I'm like, not automatically.
I know, but it's like, it's someone's favorite shit too.
Yeah, and that's what I said. It's like, because it does, you know, it doesn't take a lot to copy a Future. It doesn't take a lot to copy a Travis Scott, but it does take a lot to copy a J. Cole. It takes a lot to copy a Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And it does take a lot if you wanted to copy Jedi Mind Tricks, you know? So it's like, Okay. Wow, we got through a lot of white boys. Okay.
Yeah, we did. Where's Vinny Paz going? Freaking C?
I feel like I still want to give it a B.
That's okay.
I feel like if I listened to enough, I would probably be like, no, it's respectable.
I was thinking of putting him in the question mark category. Not gonna lie.
It insists upon itself. It's that. It really is. That's the phrase for tonight, God.
He insists upon. Okay. So like B tier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I want to vouch for him, even though I don't necessarily enjoy the music. That there is still a level of ability that's put into it.
His name just kept popping up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to ignore him. Next is Yeet. Same. I don't listen to him. I know he's important somehow. Question mark?
D tier.
Yeah?
No. D tier. I think.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe C?
Sort of,
maybe C? He's big. I don't know.
No, actually, that makes me even more want to put him in the D tier because it's like, he's not awful, but he has a certain sound that he doesn't go outside of because he's not that imaginative as a rapper. And I think there is a certain sound of the like, look, I'm right there with you when I heard that, if we be real, I'm not real. And it's like, ooh, I don't know if this guy's a black dude or a white dude, but he has a deep voice. Oh, wow, cool.
I haven't even heard that.
You haven't heard the If We Being Real?
No.
Oh, yeah, that was basically where, he got his hit song from. But if you listen to that song, like, the big part of the song is it was that King so-and-so guy who had that really ornate-looking mask, and people kind of made a whole bunch of TikTok memes off of it. Sort of like, you done it, but something about I got eyes in the back of my head, I can see where you going. And it's like, drop like flies in this bitch. I drop ties in this bitch. Drop like flies in this bitch. I cut you like a lace. That's why I'm being out of space. But it's one of those things where like he runs out of steam because he doesn't really have, again, the discipline to sort of like plan where his flow is going. So you know what? Yeah, D tier. Honestly, I'm talking myself into D tier.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, because it's like I hear some flow to it, but there's no. He doesn't know how to channel it. You know what I'm saying? And it ends up feeling kind of aimless after a while.
Yeah, I get you. Next up is Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf is fun. He's not. I like how he was one of the early sort of country rap guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think he does it in a way that feels genuine and authentic. Like, I really do think Shadows is probably one of the greatest country rap song mixes of all time, with how it genuinely feels like those outlaw old school songs in the hook, but it genuinely feels like a rap song of this dude, this me, like,
have you
been dealing with struggles and just kind of like relating that whole story in a really dark way.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the song Catfish Billy?
I think maybe.
Yellow Wolf made that song like, I don't know, a while ago, but it still slaps to this day. Like, it's a story just, I don't know, about someone in the fucking country. It's also like a country rap song, but like, it's got such a cool beat to it, ominous sound, and like he's rapping so well.
Yeah, like when Eminem basically put his chips behind Yellow Wolf to be the Great White Hope, I remember that. And honestly, as a fan of Eminem, I was like, I see it. I see why you put your chips behind him, because he feels like the most authentic white boy rapper of that era. You know what I mean? Of like that, you know what? I'm this white dude, and I talk like this, and this is kind of how I am, but I'm not lying to you about this shit. This is just what I am, you know what I mean? And I was like, that's legit. He's trailer park trash, but he's got his story too. I would put him in B tier.
Hell yeah, B tier. Okay, next is...
Now, the one song I remember, Don't Make Me Go Pop the Trunk on You. That was the sort of first song that was like, wait, what is this? Who is this? With that really too pronounced bass line, that bum, 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 on You. oh, who's this guy? But then when he kind of came with it and was really making his style, I was like, okay, you know what? He's got his lane and he's making it and he's being legit, you know?
Hell yeah. Next is Young Lean.
Is that the Polish dude?
Yeah, that's a Swede.
I don't know, man. I haven't heard anything from him, but
I haven't really heard much of him either, so I don't know
if he's
where.
that hot, I'm sure people will be quick to show me what their best track is. But if it's not dope, I don't know what to tell you. You know.
Yeah, it could be Kyoto. It could be.
It could just be that fucking. Oh well, it's hot right now, and everyone already is under the hypnosis of liking a song that you know everyone already agrees that they like. You know what I'm saying? That's often.
Yeah, he's got like one song I really, really like called Hoover, where it's like, it sounds like someone was just beating up metal outside and they just used that as a sample. It's fucking crazy. I'm going to put him in the question mark just because I don't know how big his influence is, but it must be pretty big, you know? If he's able to make it over here from Sweden.
Sure.
You know, with
so is your old Drew, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I could have put him on here. I could have. He popped up a lot too.
He's actually pretty nice. Like, again, he sounds like Nas, and he's never apparently gonna ever deviate from that. But you know,
I just didn't know how notable he was. I mean, I know he probably is like in the same sort of pocket. What?
He memed himself into being, you know, relevant by nature of the way he would like, all right, I'm putting out these raps, and people were kind of doing that thing of like, is this Nas? Is this actually Nas? And he's going by another thing, and and he just allowed it to rock. I mean, like, if you want to believe that, that's fine.
That's great.
Fucking publicity. I'm not gonna get angry at it, but after a while, like, it does feel a little samey.
Yeah.
But again, it's still well put together, samey. But I'm not sure if I'm necessarily trying to listen to it. I don't know. Right.
He's like Greta Van Fleet or something.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So like, if you can be mistaken for another rapper, I don't know if you could be on this list.
Well, if you can be on the what list?
On this list. The definitive, like, white rapper tier list.
I'll still put him on C, though. You know, if we're gonna say that.
He's not on here, but yeah, totally. If he were here, C is fine. Yeah. The last guy that we have here is Marlon Craft, which is your throw-in for this list.
Yeah.
I know he's respectable, you know, and dependable.
Yeah, I think he's really fucking dope. Everything I've heard from him sounds really well fucking. Even in that sort of like, oh, lyrical miracle rapper, that's the whole thing. But there's enough content of what's actually being said that makes you kind of go like, oh no, but I still fuck with this regardless of like the lyrical lyricalness of it, because I'm actually hearing a person who's telling me something amongst this lyrical rap. So I would honestly, I'm gonna vouch for him. I'll put him in that A tier. You know
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, because FD Signifier likes him too.
I'll vouch for him. Oh yeah, he was the one white rapper that he had to be like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
They're dope. If they're really good and they sound like black dudes from the early 2000s, then fine, and I'll fuck with them.
And I like the song he did with Method Man too. That was cool. If Method Man is giving him props too, that's cool.
Right. But also just the state of the address songs that he made, like around the early, like the beginning of the year, and like 2022 or something like that. I remember he made like 2 of them, and they were both really well put together. So it's like, oh, okay, so this guy is with the lyrical, but he can also really say something, and that's really the 2 sides of the coin that you need. You need the content, and you need the technique. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So
then that is the definitive white rapper tier list. Do you want me to give you the rundown of who we have
really
where?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so and the S tier, there's only 2, which is Aesop Rock and Eminem.
Makes sense.
Okay, so the A tier, we have R.A. the Rugged Man, LP, Idea, Brother Ali, Diabolic, Slug, and Marlon Craft.
Okay, all right. I'm satisfied with that.
Me too.
satisfied
Me
with
too.
it.
This feels really good. Like I feel like I don't want anyone to argue with what we have here.
I don't want to hear no explaining about this shit.
Exactly. I don't want to hear a fucking peep. All right. So B tier
I got a
here.
little peep. No.
We got Action Bronson, Bones, Mac Miller, MC Search, Ruby the Cherry, Scrim, Violent J, Vinny Paz, and Yellow Wolf.
Okay. Like, Violent J is the one that feels the oddest in there, but again, I do think his creativity makes up for the lacking in lyricism.
I mean, he's on more songs on their albums, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like Shaggy 2 Dope's playing the second fiddle.
Yeah, for sure.
C tier here, we have Bubba Sparks, Jackman Harlow, Lil Peep, Macklemore, Paul Wall, Russ, Shaggy 2 Dope, and Vanilla Ice.
Man, Macklemore on that feels a little mean, but again, I can't act like the soap opera raps wasn't getting to me, you know?
Yeah, he had his moment, you know, and he didn't.
Sure.
Yeah.
In the sun, I remember he was the golden boy. He could lose for a while. I remember that shit.
I remember you saying that in your video, like, oh yeah, well, Macklemore and Kendrick Lamar are making their stuff, so, you know, everything will be fine.
Yeah, right? The kids are gonna be alright.
Yeah. But, D tier, we got The Durst, we got G-Eazy, we got Lil Dicky, and NF, Token, and Yeet.
Damn, the only one that feels weird to me is G-Eazy, but again, he's just so not notable that it's not worth putting him any lower.
No, yeah. I mean, he dated Halsey, that's the most...
For God's sakes, not even the cool pop star.
No, yeah. Someone
Like,
ended
at
up...
least Mac Miller dated fucking Ariana Grande. That's fucking cool.
That's true. That's true. That is cool. But so did Pete Davidson.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Oh man, my brain hurts when I think of Pete Davidson's existence. He's like the Pauly Shore of the 2010s. But like, he's just kind of of the time, and I guess some people like him. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something in the air. The F tier. We got just 3 people. It's Iggy Azalea, MGK, and Riff Raff. I think that.
Okay, that feels well deserved.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Wait, who was in Sinners? Who was in the movie Sinners? Was that Halsey?
Sinners. I never saw Sinners.
Haley Steinfeld. That was who. That's not. Who the fuck is Haley Steinfeld again?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on.
Is it Steinfeld or Seinfeld?
Steinfeld.
Oh. I was gonna say, Jerry had a daughter.
Who is Haley Steinfeld again? Wasn't she in a group or something?
Haley Steinfeld. It's not ringing any bells to me. Cool name,
I guess that's just my brain. I think my brain just conflated Halsey with Haley Steinfeld because they both have H names and they're kind of like, you know, unaffecting white singers. But Haley Steinfeld is actually part black, but that doesn't really make the music sound any better automatically, you know?
No, yeah, it doesn't.
Holy shit! Yeah,
you have to be actually like black for the music to, you know, just kind of pour out of you.
Oh no! Come on, let's not go racist sensualist with it. You know what I'm saying? Like anyone is capable of the funk. You just have to pay attention.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just joking.
Okay, so I get it. What were the 3 people again?
Iggy Azalea, MGK, and Riff Raff.
Damn. Those sound like they should all be about sharing the same place. Yeah.
Yeah, and
MG. Yeah. All right, no argument there.
Next is the question mark category, which we just don't know much or enough to place these guys, but it's Ritz and Young Lean.
Yeah. To be fair to him, you know, I just haven't heard that much definitively.
Yeah. but they're notable, you know, for what they're doing. And the last tier here is Avoid, which is Kid Rock and Tom McDonald.
Oh, sit cozy, you two. You definitely, you know what I'm saying, deserve to be sitting there. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
No,
I like
yeah.
I like the fact that we really do got like the trash just at the bottom of the tier list.
We didn't even do that on purpose. It just naturally came out that way. The trash came out, you know, it all came out in the wash.
Exactly. I like that there's a lot of B tier white rappers here too. Like most of the time they're not doing all that bad.
Right? That's the reality. Well, they're not that bad. They're not that good, you know?
Yeah, you gotta find the right ones. That's it.
I'm glad you dispelled the mystery of the white rappers as being, you know, automatically corny and whack. It's like, look, you know, the bad rappers, the bad white rappers, they give a bad rap to the good ones, you know, or just even the mediocre ones that are just doing all right, you know.
Hell yeah. I think we really we put it to bed. We put it to rest.
Exactly, you know.
We did our thing.
There should be no more discussion.
This is the definitive fucking tier list, so don't anyone look up any other video about it.
And there can't be any other white rappers after this, because we already decided.
Yeah, these are all of them. These are all of them.
No more new rappers can come in. What about this guy that's been around since the night? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. I don't give a fuck. What about the other half of third base? Nah, I don't know that guy. Don't even ask me.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, right. Do you want to do some sort of like a sign off?
Well, I want to show some quick love just to be sure of the white rappers we didn't bring up, Beastie Boys and Krayshawn.
That's fine. That's fine. Where do you think Beastie Boys would have even ended up?
Maybe,
I'd say maybe A tier.
I think A tier for discography plus everything else, you know. Lyricism, maybe on that B tier, but I think their actual overall discography and like the content of their music pushes them up to that A tier, you know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Krayshawn, girl, you fucking with that D tier so hard. You fucking with that D tier so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I remember I liked, because, like, you know, I was one of the people that actually vouched for that one big room full of bad bitches.
Yeah.
Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Basic bitches been that shit, so I don't even bother. Like,
we still remember it.
Like, oh, she's doing the, what'd you say?
I said we still remember it to this day.
Yeah, and also the point of the hook was to be like, oh, you know, fuck the products, you know, product and all the bullshit, right? It was kind of like up in that, and some of the lyricism was pretty dope. You know, I got this swag and this pumping out my overease. Like, I think people were just clowning it just because white girl rapping. You're not supposed to be a white girl in rap. Like, I think there was that level of it that just kind of didn't even give it a chance, right?
Totally.
And so, like, you have the white girls that did rock with it, and they just rocked with it just because it's black girls, so they were gonna fuck with it no matter what. And then anyone outside of that was just going like, oh, she's got the white girl voice, so that's whack. I don't think that song was that bad. And then, of course, I later found out that it was actually written by a black dude that she knew, so I was like, that's why that was not that bad.
God damn.
But then everything else she did was fucking atrocious. So it was like, oh, fucking, because I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be the guy that, you know, was going like, hey, now wait a minute, y'all just fucking with it just because she's white, a white female rapper. Come on now,
right?
So it's like, don't just fucking. But then I heard that other song. It was the fucking.
Walk in the club, catch me on an elephant. Elephant.
Oh my god.
Elephant. Young Krayshawn, she looking so elegant. Elegant.
Oh my god.
And that's where the one big room full of bad bitches came from.
Yeah, and it was just like, is this what you normally do? And then the, hey bitch, do you really want to go hard? Go to your grandmother's credit card. Hey bitch, go hard.
Oh my
go
God.
hard. Let me see you go hard, like real hard. Like,
You said we're running out of real hard puns pretty soon, aren't we?
But yeah, I was just like, Wow, man. That's like, I genuinely try to evaluate. Like I said, I don't like doing the sort of like, well, we all agree that we hate this, so I'm just gonna, hate on it. No,
Right.
I tried to give it a chance, but I was like, what the fuck is all this? Like, this is bad. Like,
Ridiculous. Can't take it serious. That's for fucking sure.
Even if you're not taking it seriously, you can be on some Red Man shit, right? Of like, oh, but it's silly and it's fun and it's not supposed to be serious. But it was just so underwhelming in terms of like, what are you actually giving me? You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, dude. There's so many artists like that, just one hit wonders. You know?
Yeah, they had one good idea and then they just tried to rehash it because that's the only idea they had. Yeah.
Where the fuck is Todd with the one hit wonder for Cray Sean?
I don't think enough people give a shit.
You're fucking right.
You have to have enough people remember to give a shit, you see. Irrelevance be a cool mistress. When she taps your shoulder, no one cares.
Give it like another 10 years and he'll be scraping like the bottom of the barrel of one hit wonders that are left.
And there's going to be that internet sort of like, looking for the shitty stuff on purpose that's going to kind of, bring it back up. Like,
yeah.
I remember someone requested the MC Scat Cat album because they're like, oh, MC Scat Cat, the animated rap album. Oh, that's got to be stupid. That's got to be whack. And I listened to it. I was like, I don't know. For early 90s rap, it's not that bad. And then I found out it was written by the black dude from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like, I was like, oh.
The
like,
black dude from 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yeah.
What?
And it turns out that dude's actually pretty nice with the lyrics. And I was like, oh. Like, so that's why that actually sounded a little better than I thought it would be.
That's incredible.
I'm telling you, man, there's fucking gems. There's fucking gems that you know, they come into the stereotype of like, well, a cat, an animated rap album, an animated cat doing a rap album that was from the Paula Abdul song, that's gotta be whack. No more need be said here. You actually listen to it. Actually, this is pretty creative and pretty fun. Like, what the fuck was y'all hating? Oh, it was just that thing of like, well, we can't hate on normal rap albums, but this is like some animated shit, so we can shit on this and no one will care.
Yeah, right. Well, no, you can't because it's actually, you should listen to it though,
That's one thing. It's like we can talk shit about shit, but just let it be on its let it lose on its own real terms. You know what I mean?
Right. It has to actually fall on its own face. You can't push it over.
Don't just do the image of, well, the image of this is that it's wax. I have to hate it because we already agreed. Just like, no, fuck that. We're actually using our thinking brains and coming up for why. And if you're listening to it and you can't come up for a reason why it's whack, maybe it's not that bad.
Let's be adults about this, huh?
Yeah. Even though most people on the internet, that's the problem I feel with most discourse. Most people on the internet are fucking 12 to 15 years old.
Bro, talk about it. Talk about it, bro. Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's why I was kind of like, when people want to talk shit on the internet, about me or otherwise, at any rate, I'm always kind of like, well, I don't know who's saying this. I don't know how old this person is.
I barely respond to shit. Probably most people our age don't respond to anything. They're just see it and they're like, wow, and then move on.
Go about their life. You ever think about this? It's like most people who watch, I have to think about this because I'm a content creator. Like most people who watch your videos, you can tell them, hey, like, comment, and subscribe, please. Leave a comment, say something. But 99% of people, they just watch something, enjoy it, and move on with their lives. That's most of the internet. It's people just looking at shit and just kind of going, all right,
Yeah, trust me. Like, I'm not the best at making like consistent stuff or anything like that. I like making music mostly, but like this YouTube thing, I just kind of started doing because I did make a podcast before with a buddy of mine, but we haven't been doing that in like years, and it was never consistent to begin with. But something about like the draw of just putting my opinion out there, because I feel like I got cool opinions on things, and I feel like people should hear them. It's like it's that sort of thing. But then there's other people out there.
Got something to say.
Yeah. But then there's other people out there that just see someone else doing it, so then that makes them want to do it. And it's mostly those young people, like in the comment sections, willing to engage with complete strangers and stuff. Just no one's winning an argument, no one's learning. It reminds me of those Charlie Kirk debates where like you're going up against a fucking veteran of debate, and then you're like a first grader. You're like a first grader. You don't know. you can make any argument win. It's just the right words that you choose. And if anyone's on your side already, that's what they're watching your videos for. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think we should be engaging in genuine, dialogue. Like when I'm talking to you about this, I'm not just coming from well, I already just wanted to be antagonistic towards it. It's like, no. Like, what is your argument? The point that you're making.
Yeah.
If you're genuinely present, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
But if I feel I have then I'll push back. But I'm genuinely engaging with your opinion. I'm not just going, well, I already agree that this is how I want it to feel, so anything I'm going to do is just going to try to pull back this,
But the difference between actually having a conversation and a debate is one side already believes one thing and won't be swayed. Right?
Yeah.
So a conversation's like you have the wherewithal to actually entertain a thought without accepting it, and no one's already being combative to the ideas you're presenting to begin with.
Right.
So like when it comes to 20 people, right, going against one person, the fact that there's
fucking videos.
the fact that there's 20 people against one side should say enough, right?
And also, that's already antagonistic. Okay, I'm being ambushed by 20 people who are going to be not only like coming up with the next point, but they're also going to be like laughing and going like,
exactly. And these are just random people.
I hate those fucking videos. I hate those fucking videos because this isn't real engagement. This isn't real engagement with these topics. It's spectacle. And again, spectacle is part of the internet, whatever, so that they can make their little, shorts videos where like, ooh, I got him on this, got him on that. But it's like,
exactly. Each side is able to use it to their advantage, whether it looks like someone's being destroyed or someone's being overwhelmed. It's crazy.
My problem with that is that, no one's actually listening to each other, actually having dialogue. All they're doing is, well, you may not agree with me, but I'm going to clip this part and show it to my side and be like, haha, well, now that I clipped it before that guy got to make the response, haha, don't I look like such a badass?
It's like you ever play a game with a kid and then they just keep changing the rules and they go, I win. And it's just like that. Both sides are able to be like, I win.
And on the internet,
game over.
It's like, you can do that. You can always do that. You can always just clip the thing to make it look like your thing. The coolest thing.
The out of context, without context, it definitely helps your argument.
As someone who creates content, and I know that like it involves, you have to include talking about this, but not include this because, well, either that's like gonna
distracting
be
or something like that. Yeah, I get you.
It's either going to be like, this kind of doesn't really mention the thing, so I kind of have to cut this out, so it's not really related to this.
Right.
This is kind of extreme, or it doesn't help your argument. In which case you're like, because I see that a lot with you. Because here's my thing: when I make my content, I'll go like, I'm talking about this thing, and then if something contradicts my point, or if there's a point that like someone could make against it, I like to bring that up and be like, well, do I actually have a point against that? Because if I don't, then maybe I do have to agree that okay, they kind of have a point here, but I still kind of feel like this is a problem. Or it's like, they bring up this point that makes me kind of see this in a different light. Like I genuinely like, taking in what people's content is, and I feel like that makes a richer dialogue. I mean, this is fucking, grade school shit, right?
Yeah, it's common sense.
When you're writing an essay, you have to include the stuff that people actually wouldn't agree with you on and come up with an argument for that, for pushing back against that. Because if you don't have an argument with that, maybe you're wrong about that, and you need to revise your opinion.
And if there's something missing, then you need to use context clues.
Yeah, and the internet is a bunch of motherfuckers who are all living wild. We don't have to follow those rules anymore, so we can just kind of ignore it. And that's what people end up just doing. Like, if I can just not listen to that point, then I just won't. But I actually like to engage it. And I think a lot of people think to engage with that is to be, then now I'm agreeing that I'm wrong and I'm giving them ground. It's like, but it's not about being right in the ego. Kill your ego. It's about, we're just having a conversation. What is actually the point? What is the crux of what we're getting to,
Yeah, like, is anyone actually going to get to a point where we both see the side that we're fighting against and being like, I never thought of it that way? No.
I see what your point is, and even if I disagree, okay, I see what you're coming at there, but this is why I thought my perspective kind of worked.
Right.
I think people just don't, and that's why I think I'll always have some sort of, in what I do, because I think just don't do this. They're not willing to give the ground of like, oh yeah, maybe this is kind of a good point over here.
Well,
the reason why I still feel this is this because da-da-da-da. Now, can we talk about this? Or like, oh, you kind of addressed on this. Well, that kind of actually makes me think about this. Oh, maybe I actually have a question on this now. Now that we're thinking about this, because it's not just about, well, I'm right and you're wrong. Ha ha. It's about like, oh wait, are we coming to an agreement on how we feel about this? You know? Right.
It's like when. Damn, I kind of forgot what I was gonna say, but regardless.
Yeah, it's like, if you have a good point, then I'll agree with you. If you don't have a good point, then I'll give you my counter argument. That's just how that goes, right?
Yeah, freaking, it's not like anyone is actually going to get to a point. Well, if you want to take it back, like, our monkey brain is what's keeping us from actually having the nuanced conversations we could be having on the internet, because we're not in front. Hold on. We're not in front of each other to feel and see the emotions that are actually happening. Like, body language has a lot to do with an actual conversation. Talking over the phone is pretty good because you can hear tone. You know what I mean? That's what English is founded on, like inflection, like huh? You know what I mean? It's all about that, like interaction. But when we just see text, that's like reading a book. You're coming up with your imagination's taking over.
Yeah, but you know, I forgot my point was there.
Bro, same. But yeah, I just did it too.
But just how conversation, like, I genuinely enjoy this because I think this is human interaction, this is engagement, this is actual, like, and that was my point. I feel like so many people are like, they treat conversations like a sports team. It's like, well, you're either on the right team, and if you're to concede anything of the other side being right, you're basically, you know what I mean? You're giving the bad guys points, you know? But
right.
Like, and you can't do that, so we just have to. It's like, well, no, because honestly, a lot of times, what I'll find is if I listen to what the opposition's point was, I'll be like, oh, okay, you make that point, maybe that's valid, but this actually calls to something that I was thinking about over here, and maybe that's why you know what I'm saying? So, like, not necessarily win-lose, it's just like,
right.
But
it's like
every picture of why we feel that way,
right?
You know?
Every good general reads the same book, The Art of War. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll put it to you like this: like, any right-wing person that you assume that we're going to be talking about, I don't know, Charlie Kirk, whoever the fuck, it's like, if you were to talk to them on the internet in front of a bunch of people, well, I can't concede to any point they're making because they're the bad guys, right? So right. I have to always be like, no, fuck you, whatever you're saying, fuck you. And
it's like, it's two personas, it's two masks at the same time.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They're definitely doing that on their side, and so you kind of feel like you have to do it. You have to do it because this side that clearly is, you know, involved with a lot of moneyed interests and, you know, think tanks that have the reason why they want to push the sort of, you know, conservative agenda and all that bullshit, right? It's like you feel like you don't want to give any ground because, well, look how tainted the argument is on their side. So we have to actually, you know, make sure that we're, you know, staying in rank and file. But I feel like there is actually some beauty to having the complexity of like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I kind of see your point here, but this is the reason why I disagree with that. Will you engage with that point? Because when we just do the thing of going like, well, this is my point, well, this is my point, I'm not, you know, giving it in, well, I'm not giving it in, okay, we're not having a conversation then. We're just a bunch of people making statements.
Exactly.
You know, but we're not actually exploring those statements. But because I really do feel like conservatives fuck it up for everything because, you know, honestly, if you get deep into conservative ideology, it actually doesn't have any real basis for anything. And that's
tradition kills progression. Tradition kills progression.
Exactly. So, like, again, but I like having these conversations because it's like, I don't think anyone's born woke. You know what I'm saying? No one is born just already agreeing with the right ideas.
And no one's born racist.
We live in the background radiation of this culture that tells you, no, this is the norm. Don't think twice about it. This is just the norm. Yeah. And then when we come into the internet, everyone's like, well, I thought this was the norm. And then here's the sports team telling me, yeah, it's the norm. Don't think about it. It's the norm. And then when we go like, well, there's the sports team that says that way. Well, I'm doing the opposite. This is the norm. So fuck you. And it's like, okay, well, now we just all rah-rah at each other for nothing. We didn't actually engage with anything.
It's even it's even more childish because they attach colors to it too.
Politicians, well, your politician better have the right tie on, or I'll be confused. If he has a red tie, then I'm assuming he's on the red team, right? If he has a blue tie, then he's on the blue. You know?
I feel for all the people that claim to be independent and stuff in this nation.
Well, again, I mean, there's a lot of people who are independent for, honest reasons, but a lot of it is independent because they're not actually really engaging that deeply with the topics.
No.
And they want to feel smart by going, oh, actually, I'm the smart guy who doesn't care.
They're sitting on the fucking fence.
Yeah. But here's the reason. Like, my thing is, like, I believe that there is nuance to things, and I think it is the actual engagement with the topic that will bring you to that nuance. You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example. Again, you don't want to give the conservative people an inch on anything or whatever the fuck, right? But I remember on, like, gun control laws, where, like, oh, I'm a good liberal boy. Well, we shouldn't have guns anyways, and that's just bad. And it's like, okay, but, in the 70s, conservatives and Reagan and all that shit were trying to take away guns. Oh, what? Oh, from black people. Oh, interesting. Okay, so in the 70s, the NRA was cool.
Right.
Anti-gun legislation when it gets black. So maybe there's a little bit more nuance here that we need to be talking about in terms of the convenience of wanting to disarm certain people versus other people. Okay, I get you on that. But then, like, okay, let's keep having the conversation then. Hey, maybe we should have, like, okay, people should be allowed to have guns, but maybe there should be a mechanism that where, your fingerprint gets scanned on the gun, so now we make sure it's yours. So now there's no accidental, shooting. Oh, the conservative side doesn't want that. Oh, because you can't sell as many guns that way.
You want to know what I just? You want to? Yeah. You want to know what I just thought about too? Is like, no one cared about like who was getting their guns taken until it started to be like about school shootings. And then all these people were like, no, we can't have guns in these suburbs. And all these white people were like, you can't take my fucking guns away. Like, that's fucking crazy.
For that whole conversation, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. It's just like, it seems like everything kind of, stems back to this like idea that like America is really just fucking racist. And all they want here is whites. And that's all they wanted to begin with.
To be as closed-minded as I want.
Exactly. It's fucking insane. I don't want to work, and I don't want to see browns.
But yeah, and they better feel uncomfortable because I'm gonna be clutching my gun if they get anything. Like, all right.
We're gonna hang nooses from these trees just to remind you what we could have done.
What's funny is that it's like white guys like that's like black people ain't even your enemy. It's the fucking government that's wasting your time with these programs that have been gutted and slashed because, well, you thought it was going to go to black people, so we can't have that. But oops, now you don't have anything either.
I know. It's so crazy. It's crazy. It's like, I know that middle America is really feeling what's going on right now, but we just don't hear about it because we don't live there. It's probably really like, what, my food stamps got cut off, and it's just like some hillbillies, you know what I'm saying?
As soon as you look deep into it, it's because their voting bloc was part of the voting bloc was like, well, welfare queens can't have any of those,
yeah.
stamps, so I'm gonna for the politician that won't have them. Oh no, they're cutting mine too.
I think it's so funny. All these all these predominantly white areas that don't see the browns they're afraid of are like, yo, my dog got kidnapped and eaten last week. Like, I need to deport these people. You know what I mean?
But see, this is why the rising tide raises all boats. You know what I'm saying? If we help everyone out, then everyone is going to get help. But as soon as you say, well, those black people shouldn't be getting help because they've got a leg up. Yeah, never mind that 400 years of history that put them at a disadvantage. They're getting a leg up right now, and that's not fair.
Just pure denial of facts and, like, history. Like, it's straight up whitewashing of the, just brains, mental capacity.
Easy to do that. I would love that we're getting into this right now at the end of this. But it's easy to do that when you don't have, I remember thinking about, like, when it comes to, like, white people in certain conversations, like, it's a level of ignorance. It's not about good versus evil. It's just knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, how much knowledge do they have about certain things? Because certain things will be like, oh, I'll notice a lot of times, when it'll be like, oh, when they ask white people, when did race relations really get bad? Oh, it got bad during Obama's presidency. Oh, coincidentally, when you had to think about it. That's when race relations got bad.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's always been bad. You just didn't need to think about it. And that's the thing that they're missing. Like, you just weren't involved in the conversation before because you didn't have to. Then the internet made it so that you couldn't ignore it. And then you got angry at it, instead of going, well, what's actually happening here?
That kind of wraps around that, like,
the race and sex, with guys not knowing about shit and then being forced to think about it and being like, stop making me have to think about it. You know?
Right. It's like this. It wraps around to being born and being taught like to be racist. Like, because that's just like generation after generation after generation. I know a guy his grandma lives with him, and she is just blatantly racist. I have a buddy of mine who's black, and he used to go over there and hang out all the time, and she came into the room and just blatantly said the N-word in front of him, and she was like, no, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about like bad black people, you know what I mean? And she used that word to differentiate, because in her mind, I'm sure that's what her parents taught her, and you can only imagine how his dad.
I'm just talking about this group of black people that coincidentally I'm only always talking about.
Exactly. It's not like.
And the good ones are the ones that comply and don't question the system.
Yeah, you already know, and it's just like. I've heard people say, oh no, the N-word means, ignorant, so that's why I still say it. And it's just like, brother, you can't just be complicit in the your own ignorance. Like,
But see, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
This is why I said, like, the background radiation of racism is all about not thinking about it. It's all about saying, just take this as understanding its truth and don't question too much about it. And when someone questions it, they're actually just trying to not acknowledge the truth of the reality that there are some bad, ignorant black people out here, right? Like, isn't that, was it? Instead of just like, well, why are these bad, ignorant black people so bad and ignorant, quote unquote? Oh, because an education system that's directly screwing them over and not, like, telling them what's been going on with history and and isn't giving them any tools to actually, improve their lives, and is doing that on purpose because that's how the system was set up. Yeah, that's why that's happening. That's the other half of the conversation that we don't hear, right? The first half is just, I don't know, why are black people not doing as well? I don't know, maybe they're just more likely to be criminals.
Maybe they're just lazy.
Rewind the clock. Oh, right, all that shit that they were dealing with, not even going into the 1800s, just the 1940s to 50s and 60s. Like, God damn it, we just got rid of, we had color TV before we had, desegregation, for fuck's sake.
Right. And you see it in films and stuff all the time, like that scene in Goodfellas where Samuel L. Jackson's caught falling asleep missing the fucking truck drop off or something, and then you just come in and kill him and fucking call him the N-word. It's just, it's fucking insane.
But that's raw. That's reality,
I know. I mean, that's what fucking, I guess, white people think of reality, or to make an impact or something, make a scene like impactful.
Because white people who have been purposely kept ignorant, this is why I'm always kind of like, is it really their fault when they've been purposely kept ignorant, when the background radiation is to, just don't think about it and don't question it, this is just the norm. Black people just happen to be in lower positions of financial stability. I don't know what could have possibly defined that.
No, but at a certain point though, you do need to take credibility for your own like actions. It can't just be blamed on the father's father's father. You know what I mean? Like, so I do understand your point, and I agree with you, because America does perpetuate its own like racism, hidden agenda pretty heavily, no matter what. And I understand that a lot of people probably just don't understand what they're doing is like weird or wrong.
Right. They know not what they do.
Right. But at a certain point, once you do realize, you might be on the wrong side of history in the way that you think about things, then it probably should come to your own realization. Like, that's all I'm saying. You should probably take credibility, take some responsibility.
It's hard to pop that bubble. You know what I mean? That's why I'm always kind of sympathetic in a certain way, because it's like, nah, you need to get the knowledge. You need to fucking open your fucking third eye up.
No,
it's hard to pop that bubble.
I'm definitely
society is actively,
right. I'm definitely guilty of being like, racist here and there. You know what I'm saying? And like, still to this day, it's like it's a struggle.
Every now and then.
No, totally.
Because we were not taught how to actively think and dissect this shit ourselves. We have to do it ourselves. We have to unlearn and train ourselves into being actively aware of these things.
No, yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? But
it's a constant. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, with the internet, it's so, well, are you on the right team or not? Because if not, you're one of the bad guys. And then the bad guys go, come over here, we'll let you join our team, because we don't actually have any arguments. All we have is, it feels good to think that the black people are talking too much. And, then this is the thing that the gay people and the women are just kind of complaining too much because 10 years ago you didn't have to think about these problems, so they must just be pushing it on you. You know, like, yeah.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, like, we look to the future to hopefully remedy the present, because the past was so crazy, and we understand it, but we just hope for the future. And it seems to me like the future isn't doing the best right now. You know what I mean?
The future is now, bro. The future is now.
I mean, you say that, but the future is,
Well,
you know,
right
I
then.
guess the only
And then-
thing
and
that,
then it was right then.
the only
And then it
time
was
is
right
now.
then.
The only time is right now. You're right.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, goddamn. This world is really going, you know, bonkers. I had a buddy of mine in Romania telling me about how the shit that's happening here is like affecting them. Like it's becoming more like racist out in the open for some reason. Like Donald Trump's ideology is like, huh?
Yeah, we're all affecting each other in this knock-on effect, but no one wants to acknowledge it because everyone's just an individual and doesn't want to acknowledge their part in what's happening. You know? And that's what happens when everyone does not know that they have the light within them to change and understand and be a part of the human experience, where we're listening to people and trying to understand, you know, when everything is feels like, no, it's just us versus them. You're the real humans. Everyone else is just ontologically evil. It's so easy to cut people off on the left and the right. You know what I'm saying? To
Really,
be like, oh, they're just wrong.
Right.
You know?
Really quick, I do want to know what you think about the reaction to Charlie Kirk being assassinated.
Oh, shit. I mean, look, on a human perspective, I'm always going to be like, I don't want to, you know, be cool with anyone just dying. That said, as soon as I learn anything about his rhetoric, which is all about how, like, oh, guns are fine and we should definitely have them and, like, we should just be using it to defend ourselves against, you know.
Yeah.
And what was like, all these kids that are dying in school shootings are worth it because at least we have our freedom, or whatever the fuck he was saying to that degree. I just remember looking at them and being like, okay, dude, well, you the chickens are coming home to roost on that end of thing.
Yeah. This is some sort of karma, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So that's what I would say to that degree, like to the extent of being like.
no, this is the real nuance. This is the real nuanced conversation that needs to be had. I don't want to hear anybody saying, "Oh, well, this just shouldn't have happened," because well, you have to ask why. Why did it happen? Why now?
Right.
Why did it happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much more to actually unpack.
I think when you looked into it, he kind of like blended onto one side and then the other, and kind of didn't really have a sort of like the thing about assassins in general historically that I've realized, and my friend was talking about because it was actually a musical called Assassins. It was about like, you know, the murderers of presidents and what their mentality is when they do that, and it's like a lot of it is like, if you know anything about politics, you understand that just killing one person is not what's going to change anything.
No, yeah,
So
I've been saying that for a minute now.
Yeah.
But the thing also is like, you want to be famous. You want to be famous.
Yeah, but all this is doing is being used to further push people away from each other. We're not actually having dialogue. We're just reacting. Oh, a bad guy that isn't on our side is ontologically evil. Yeah, that's good. Instead of like, well, wait a minute. Why did we disagree with what he said?
Right.
Like, do we understand why we disagree? Because we understand why we disagree and we still disagree. Okay, we can go from there. But can we at least be actually talking to each other?
Yeah.
And if God's law is so perfect, why the fuck? Why can't y'all agree? Like,
right.
What's wrong?
I actually have this. I have this line in this album that I dropped recently. I don't know if I ever sent you the link, but you should listen to it. It's all about like America and stuff. Yeah. But freaking, it's you wonder why CEOs get beamed, then everyone cheers because we know what it means. You know what I mean? Like, it's the message is clear.
That's a different story. He was fucking with people's lives and acting like this shit just points on a board. Like, fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I totally understand. And like now, it's like people are reacting in a completely different way.
I'm like Chris Rock. I ain't saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, really, about the entire situation. Now, it kind of resonates in the same way, because if you were on a platform, right, like you said, I have a platform, I'm a public figure, I gotta watch what I say. That guy stood for something so strongly that the opposing team, or maybe just one person, he said the wrong thing at the right time. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it took was to be a public figure saying the wrong thing. If you have a platform, you should be advocating for the right thing. And I think we are a society that can have a discussion, even though we're all at like a 3rd grade reading level, apparently. I think we can have an actual fucking discussion about maybe if you have a microphone, you should be advocating for the right thing, and you can have the wrong opinion in this day and age. You know what I mean?
But see, all that is tainted by the fact that those types of guys are already being paid by conservative think tanks to believe a thing already, and isn't the blue side already acting like antagonistic and just kind of have their talking points? So I can just speak and just have my talking points without listening to them either. So there, that's the mentality.
And that's where my point comes back about you need to take your own credibility, responsibility. You need to grow up. You know, you need to actually think about what you're doing. And if you have a platform, you should think about doing the right thing with it. That's all that I'm saying. Like, when you have one person debating 20 people, the odds are really, the ratio should say everything. If 20 people are willing to defend anything, even if they're not at your level of debate, and you alone are able to convince whoever sees you to actually join your side and share it, etc., etc., you're in the middle of a spider web. Whatever lands in your web, you know what I mean? You're like the middle of a target. Anything connected to you that has to do with you. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, when you the trickle down effect of his rhetoric and his ideology that will also further spread his way of thinking, which is wrong to begin with, because it was probably taught to him, like you said.
Yeah. Well,
that's just how it is.
20, those Jubilee 1 versus 20 minutes, I mean, they don't really give a shit. They'll do the 1 Christian versus 20 atheists, and then 1 atheist versus 20 Christians. Or 1 Christian versus 20 atheists, but the Christian doesn't want to admit that he's a Christian in any way because he always wants to talk around shit, fucking Jordan Peterson.
But that's also truly just an opinion, and that's like, you know, that is what it is. But like, what I'm saying, like, you can have a wrong opinion. Like, when you say that you shouldn't be pro-choice, you know what I mean? Like, that's a wrong opinion. That's just blatantly, like, doesn't make sense, like, on an individualistic level. And that's where the nuance comes in that no one wants to talk about.
But see, this is my thing. I understand why people are, quote unquote, pro-life versus pro-choice. Because it's like, oh, someone told you when you didn't have enough mental reasoning to think about it that, well, they're killing babies. You don't want babies to die, do you? And so that logo, what do you call it? Ethos, logos, and pathos. Yeah, that pathos rhetoric, the pathos that appealed to emotionality as opposed to logic or ethical reasoning, that just told you, baby's dead, it's that, so okay, yeah, that overrides women's choice and all of that, right? Yeah, sure. And, you know, what a woman actually has to deal with in bringing a baby to term and having to take care of it and da-da-da. Yeah, sure, that overrides all that because the Democrats just want to kill babies, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit, that's the type of logic that allows them to fall into that shit. And what I like doing is like dissecting that shit and be like, no, I understand why you believe that. You understand that you're being manipulated into just only thinking of this. Like, that's what gets people to change their mind. Just going, well, you're against women being able to have abortions. Well, I guess you're just on the bad team. That's the type of shit that I don't like, because it's like, we're not actually trying to convince anyone. We're just trying to signify to other people, hey, don't we all agree that my side is the right side? It's like, okay, but you didn't convince anyone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think
bullshit, you didn't convince me.
Yeah. I think what I'm kind of sad about is that the internet has turned people into this weird think tank that isn't actually thinking. And when you break it down, people should really be thinking for themselves, but they don't do their due diligence, and they're not taking credibility or responsibility, and maybe sometimes they get too big for their own actual britches. For lack of like a better word.
People are intellectually lazy, man. Yeah, people are intellectually lazy. They go for short form, thought terminating cliches that pacify them back into not having to think about.
And America's right, and America's like racism has indoctrinated so many people that the tradition of hate will kill the progression of acceptance.
We were talking about fucking white rappers and this shit. What are we talking about all this serious shit, man?
I did just want to know your opinion on the Charlie Kirk thing, and I'm glad that, you know, it's out there. You know, we did have a good nuanced discussion about it. It's healthy. It's good to actually talk about. I know it's death and it's grisly. I know. I haven't seen the video or anything, but, you know.
No, I couldn't watch because it's like, I don't want to watch a person.
No, I feel bad that it got shoved in people's faces, but I don't know what my algorithm did right, but it didn't get shoved in mine. So, I'm thankful.
But on a certain level, it's like, to the people that would agree with him, I don't just want to go, neater. No. Do you understand why people believe what you don't believe? Because if you understand why, maybe you might be convinced if you're actually willing to listen to the because that's what I care about. I care about actually convincing people. Because honestly, I think I'm right. I think I'm genuinely right. I think I'm genuinely correct. And if you don't think I'm correct, come at me with why you think I'm wrong. But if I convince you, admit that I convinced you is all I'm saying.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't really understand people being like shocked at a reaction that people are going, hooray! You know what I mean? Like, no one really got that upset when the CEO got killed or when the 2 Democrats got killed in their homes. You know what I mean? This was like, I don't know what this was, what the difference was.
It's cathartic. It's catharsis. It's people doing the thing of going, ooh, a bad guy that we like doesn't even really have that much power anyway, but at least he got. You know, does that mean something?
Right. And the conspiracy theories are kind of crazy too. Like, they're weird. Like, it's kind of too soon.
That because that's not material. It's not what is actually happening. It's legislation being put forward that actually, you know, makes something happen and something move. Because if not, I don't want to hear, crackpot theories because that don't mean nothing. That ain't material.
Yeah, no. We literally, it's right in front of us. Like, the conspiracy theorists are right about everything that the government's been doing wrong, and now it is corrupt in front of our eyes. But what's weird is the conspiracy theorists are the ones that are on their side. That's weird.
On the government side?
Yeah. No, listen. The old school.
Look how the government be psyoping you. Look how the government be psyoping you.
No.
You're talking about the conspiracy theories are on the level. No, bro. See, this is what happens if you don't have philosophical fucking grounding in your shit. You get blown to the 4 fucking winds because, well, at least it's anti-government. And wait a minute, I'm anti-government, but I'm also anti-trans people because that's pushing stuff onto me. So I'm willing to push whatever bullshit is anti that, right? Because I'm just scared, like that type of bullshit. Like the dude's parents I was talking about earlier, like they're super crazy right-wing, like conspiracy nuts. They always think that like the government's like doing everything, and now that it's actually happening in front of their, like it's dismantling in front of their eyes, and the people that they were depending on to actually reveal all of these secrets are the ones keeping them. They don't know what to do. Yeah, like it's crazy, like to witness them just switching sides and being like, you know what, the government's great. It's fucking, it's insane. It's insane. Wow. This is why you can't let that shit. You gotta have an ideological. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And I think a lot of conservative ideology is not really based on anything.
No,
it's just based on feels.
It is like it's a sports team. It's exactly like a sports team. People will bet their entire personality on it. You know what I mean? They'll stake their life on a Bills game, and they'll get upset when their favorite player like gets hurt and stuff. Like, it's weird. It's parasocial.
Well, no, it's because people don't have that much control over their lives, so they seek control wherever they can get it.
That's fair. Yeah. It's like watching American Gladiator or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's why people get so invested. As much as people talk about, surface things don't matter, it's not that deep. Actually, that's the main thing that people focus on. Like these cultural signifiers. Someone doesn't just, someone didn't vote for Trump just because he owns the libs. There's got to be an actual policy reason why they're. No, actually, that's just the reason. Because he owns the libs. That's the only reason why a lot of people. How much you wanna bet? Like most Trump supporters are also really big wrestling fans. Yeah, because it's like, he's doing the thing that
this is entertaining as hell.
Like, he's talking the shit that I like. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't really understand about the policy because that involves actually looking into shit.
Exactly.
He's touting the right sports team, so
It really just made me realize that this country's fucking fake. Like nothing is fucking what we thought that it was. Like legitimately.
I mean, it's not real, but it's also so real. Like, you know.
No, it's real life.
Construct, so it's not real, but it literally is affecting what you're able to do in your life. So it is real.
Yeah, it's real life. But like the country itself, the ideas that it was founded on, never were here. It never existed.
Yeah, that was the whole story. Yeah.
It's sad. It's beyond our control, and that's I think what's really bothering everybody. It's like we see it all happening. It's like a car crash, you know?
Yeah, row your boat gently down the streams. Capitalism is real as fuck, but life is but a dream. You know?
Bars.
Right. You
It's
know,
true.
Enough said.
No, for real. I think we did really good with the white rapper tier list. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did. I was trying to I think we got pretty definitive. I was trying to think wait, 30 we actually did this? Because I feel like we kind of got this.
Yeah, I think I grabbed everyone that really, really mattered right now too. In a way.
We got some of the people that, you know what I'm saying? So who the fuck was expecting Molly Craft to show up on this shit, you know?
Yeah, I think that was a really a big one that I failed to remember.
Oh, I just saw Asher Roth.
Oh yeah. He popped up a few times, but I was like, he only had that one song, and he would have went in the question mark category anyway. I could see it. I could see it.
In the what?
The question mark category. He would have went in there. Yeah.
I honestly didn't think he was that bad when I first heard him. I remember he did the A Milli freestyle where it was like, oh, a million there. Who cares if you're a millionaire? If you're not helping out, then we really don't care. Like, I loved that sort of his first mixtape, but then he kind of fell a little too deep into the, hyper white boy rapping thing. And then it was kind of how could, when he had his big mainstream hit, it all sounded basic as fuck. And I was like, yo, this is fucking awful. This is exactly the college white boy shit that we were kind of expecting it to be. And then as soon as it got dropped from the label, all of a sudden now I'm back to Miracle.
He just got dropped from the label? That's terrible.
But as soon as it mattered, you didn't want to spit any shit that actually mattered. And then as soon as it gets dropped from the label, well, now I want to be lyrical. It's like, get out of here, no.
It could be one of those cases where the label was like, no, this is too smart. Yeah. Remember when you were talking about how BET wouldn't let Little Brother's song on the network because it was too, intellectual? What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Even talking about? Yeah, that's almost even that fucking deep.
I know. It's like in order to let BET still be a network, they couldn't air some actual shit that made whoever was watching think for a second. What the fuck?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Just zone out, please. Just watch these music videos.
Yeah, we're not even talking about Post Malone because I don't even think
hell no. Fuck. Ugh. As soon as if anyone switched, I didn't put them on the list.
Yeah.
Besides MGK. MGK was.
I just didn't like the comment he made about I don't listen to hip hop for deep shit. I listen to it for just fun stuff. For deep stuff, I listen to Bob Dylan stuff. I'm like, whoa. If you are a listener to hip hop, that is not something you would have said. That's not something you would have ever said. What are you talking about? There's so much hip hop that is in so many varied places. So it just feels it felt like that rock is shit. Well, the respectable deep music is rock and country, but fun little music, that's rap, right? I'm it can be, but that's not all of it. And the fact that you feel that way is a little weird.
No, yeah, it came from a place of struggle. I mean, what do you really? I don't know what you expected. They had to sample things because they couldn't make their own fucking music. It's just how it happened, and now it's not the place for deepness when you're not looking past the surface. I guess I don't really, And then
how
at this,
convenient.
I know right now that it's already gotten you so far. Now it doesn't matter at all, and I feel free to say that out loud. That's what happened with Tommy Richmond. It was weird. He was like, I'm not hip hop, guys. I just want to let you know that. It's just well, thanks, I guess. Thanks for unaligning yourself. They're not like us, I guess.
Yeah, hey, whatever, man.
We could have put.
I hate anything from that guy. but it's whatever. I think I get the idea. It's Post Malone, even lighter, right? Like, I don't really
know who I would compare him to. Justin Timberlake or something. Like Tommy Richmond was more of a singer than a rapper, I think. You know.
Okay, well then, you know, whatever.
He wanted to be considered an artist, and I think that's why he separated himself from hip hop. I don't know what like the real end goal was there, but it really backfired.
Whatever, man. Yeah.
I know. Doing it on Twitter too is crazy.
Oh no! Wait, what did he say on Twitter? He was just like, I don't really consider myself hip hop.
Yeah. He's like, just to be clear, I'm not a hip hop artist. And then like a DJ Head, who's like the radio runner for some like California radio station, he said that song that he made, $1 Million Baby, was in rotation like every day, and then he just stopped playing it.
The honesty, I guess.
And I mean, a bunch of people obviously stood with him on like the hip hop front and was just stopped playing him. And I haven't really heard anything from him since, so.
Hey, if a dude comes out and says, I am not hip hop, hey, you believe, if someone tells you who they are, believe them, you know?
Yeah. You said it.
Yes. You said it, brother. I think that's the long and short of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. You want to give yourself a little sign off?
Sure. The rap critic. Let's wrap it up and wrap it out.
Yo, sign's real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
Wrap that shit up.
We're so postmodern. We're so postmodern because we didn't even try for an ending phrase. We just kind of made it so clear that we weren't trying. So it's like, yeah, that's comedy.
Hell yeah. Dave Chappelle reference.
So sorry, you guys.
That's what matters.
Exactly.
Better wrap that gavel up, B.
Wrap that gavel up.
All right. Have yourself a good night, Brody. Thanks for, spending your social battery with me.
Catch you later, man.
For sure, bro. Peace. Hello, welcome to the FLUE. I believe this is episode 6. Charlie Kirk got assassinated today by somebody clearly fed up with Republicans, conservatives, that entire other side of the political spectrum getting away with probably the worst shit that we've seen in our lifetimes. Just pure repeals of things that we had progressed to a point in society to be able to implement in the first place. Like racial profiling is cool again. Turns out the Nazis never really left. And I have a bunch of my woke friends putting, oh, this isn't how we should be, all over the place today. And I know the wounds are still fresh. And it's not like I wanted him to die either. But we know why this is happening. That's all I want. I want you to be completely transparent with yourself right now in this moment in history and not placate to the idea of your social media being who you actually are. I don't care if you put on a front or put on airs. When it really comes down to it, you do not want the future he wanted. The only reason he is gone right now is because things he said or done have affected the person that put that bullet in him. That's all I'm really gonna say about it. Just don't be fucking surprised that this is what happens when their side has literally been pushing and pushing and pushing all year. CEO got beaned. Charlie Kirk gets beaned. Donald Trump almost got beaned twice. 3 or 4 times probably that we haven't heard of. I don't want anyone to get it twisted. I did not want him to die. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. We are all just our collected thoughts as people on this planet. But his opinions were definitely wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't agree with anything that... Maybe I did. I don't know. I never met the guy. Doesn't mean you want him dead. All I'm saying is just don't be surprised. Don't act like this came out of fucking nowhere. You put yourself in a position of power in the public eye, and if the public disagrees, I mean, that's what some people do. We got crazy people everywhere. We all have free will, right? That's God. Shout out to his family. Anyway, I took my first Muay Thai class today. Definitely going back. It was only an hour, but like I never work out like regularly. I have weird spurts, but today was different. I went in there and they made me jump rope. And I haven't jumped rope ever. I looked like a fool. And they put me in the middle of class. I showed up late. Oh, I chugged a fucking seltzer before I came in. Oh, it was disgusting. My stomach was hurting. But I did exactly what I thought that I would. I took all my knowledge from my home training and I put it into the real world, and teacher was like, yeah, good, yeah, you're getting it. And then told me like the idea of like the pricing, whatever. And I was just like, hey bro, I'm getting paid tomorrow. I'll see you again. I'll be back. I want to go back like every fucking day, even if they're like the more intense classes. I really want to go back like every day. Made me, I felt like I belonged. I felt like I belonged. Alright, these are all the things that I have written down here. We're going to keep this one nice and short. I wrote this one down when I was grabbing food at the back of Walmart because the front of it is always packed with people where I am. And they took away the self-checkout and people were stealing too much. We even have the socks and underwear and stuff locked up over here. I don't even know what to tell you at this point. It sucks. Anyway, if you want some sort of hack to get out of Walmart quicker, then here's what you gotta do. Go to the electronics department or the auto department if your Walmart has an auto garage. Because there's no one there, usually. At least at the auto department, there's usually no one there. And they let you get away with buying like 7 items at a time. Can't go there with a full cart, okay? That's not how that works. But, I mean, if you're willing to wait in line for, I don't know, upwards to, I think, like 30 minutes to get your food home from Walmart because it's cheaper, just go every single day and get 7 items that you really, really need every time you go. Life hack right there. Anyway, I went over to the electronics department with a couple things, and I had a Red Bull. And the kid that was checking me out, as soon as I walked up there with the Red Bull, he just looked at it and was like, my mom drinks these like they're water. And I was like, that's so sad, man. I wanted to, I don't know, tell him to get out of there. But he was a pretty big guy. And he was pretty young, all things considered. I don't even know what I could have told him. What could I have told him? I just went, yeah, man, that's crazy. I don't drink these all that often. I just tried to save my own ass. Made me think like he was judging me or something. I don't drink these like your mom. I'm not your mom. I wonder what his mom looks like. Can't be good. Chugs Red Bull like it's water. She drinks Red Bull like it's water. Does she have cases and cases of it? I don't know. I recently had to start buying water. There's a little bit of film on top of the tap water. I have no idea what that's about, but I said nope. So, made a quick old trip to the Aldi's. Never go wrong. I don't even pay for the cart. That's how efficient I've gotten at shopping. I just carry that shit out. All I need is 2 things. Actually, while we're on the topic of fucking Walmart, I saw the Skibbity toilet toys. I saw them in GameStop too. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Say SpongeBob, right? That's the IP. The memes that come from SpongeBob are the product, right? That's like our bread and butter. But there's no profit incentive for making a meme. You're just doing it for the laughs. So what they've done, our wonderful media marketing teams across America, the big brains have come together. Some guy, some fuck, just stood up and was like, I got it. Have you guys ever heard of Skibbity Toilet? And then they make an IP off of that, and now it's a show. And now they're profiting. A meme comes and goes. How are you gonna make something stable off of that? Off the audacity? Off the ridiculous nature of even doing that in the first place? I don't understand. What is their end goal? It's just like capitalism. They have no end goal. What? Do you have the most money? Then what? That's how it's just gonna be. Maybe someone beats you in that? I don't know. Is money a competition? What do these numbers even mean past a certain point? If we're gonna have our first trillionaire, likely sooner than 2027, I don't know what to do. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's so fucking brain dead. Oh, I also wrote down here how I feel about the blending of tattoos into an entire sleeve and stuff like that. I always thought that looked stupid. I think it makes them look uninteresting because so many people have done that before, and then after a while, depending on how good or interesting or unique the sleeve is. This is my horror-themed sleeve. This is my anime-themed sleeve. This is my Pokemon-themed sleeve. And then they're like, look at this. And I'm like, nice. I wouldn't have gotten that. But, of course, the tattoos I have, nobody wants. That's fine. That's totally fine. I just think that it makes me not want to ask what any of them are if they look all uniform like that, because it's like, they don't stand out after a certain point. Am I making sense? Also, don't get your fucking name tattooed on you. Unless it's clever. I know a guy whose name's on the back of his right fucking hand. He's always complaining about the shit that I talk about and post on the internet, not knowing these are just personas. Anyway, like right now I am in, I don't know, some sort of stand-up persona. My dog's in the corner. I'm ignoring all these things around me, white noise in the background. I have 2 fans and shit. I'm aware of my, that's all I'm trying to say. Oh, also, the more neck tattoos you have, I can read through it, and the insecurity it's palpable. I can read through it. You're not as tough as you look. I hate the fact we collectively decided to call Anastasia Ocasio-Cortez by her 3 initials. And I don't know why, but every time I heard someone saying AOC, I assumed they were talking about some sort of tech company. And that's on me, I guess. These are all old, but Trump canceling the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is sad as fuck. I have an idea here. All the database stuff that they're taking of our online activity is going to be what's on the Epstein files when it gets released. And then they're just going to be like, look, all of you are on the Epstein files, actually. Look at that. Did you ever think about that? And then it's like, oh, fuck. Dude, are you on the Epstein file? Yeah, me too. Wow, when did that happen? I don't know. I mean, it must have been one crazy time. Must have been a crazy night, you know? We're always doing crazy stuff like that. And then eventually it'll be like, what, you aren't on the Epstein files? That's weird. That guy's fucking weird. He didn't go to the fucking parties. He didn't go to Diddy's party. He didn't party on Diddy's yacht. What is this guy talking about? I don't want to hear it. The jeans in the Sydney Sweeney ad. Yeah, those jeans that they're referring to were not about her whiteness or about her denim. They were about her fucking tits. People are so politically fucking charged these days. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're not taking a goddamn second to even think. It's a goddamn play on words. She's wearing a jean jacket and jeans. She is a person who has parents. And guess what? Her parents gave her a great set of fucking... And then everyone's like, why the fuck is this white... She was on Euphoria. She's in things. She is a celebrity. That's why she's in the ad. She signed a contract. Her whiteness did not sign a contract. I mean, if you really want to go there, it did. But I'm saying, they're talking about her fucking tits. Will you all just grow up? You're acting like a bunch of fucking children. You make me sound crazy, but I'm dead fucking serious. It's not as bad as you think that it is. Okay? That specific example. That's the only thing I can say. You misunderstand comedy. You don't get it. You just don't get it. I'm sorry, Sydney Sweeney, if you ever hear this. Listen, I fucking get it. I get it, baby girl. Nope, that's pushing it. That's pushing it. Here's a good question. Would you rather be the smartest retard or the dumbest genius? I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna accept my faults, you know? I'm gonna accept myself for who I am in that moment, and I'm gonna carry myself a different way going forward. Would you rather be the smartest mentally challenged guy or the dumbest genius? Like, basically I'm asking, would you rather be Kanye West? Wait, hold on. Would you rather be Donald Trump or Kanye West? That's what I'm asking you. Okay. This is about reborn dolls. I don't know why I felt I needed to weigh in on that, but they're being banned in Brazil, I guess. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I might feel differently about it if it brings someone some sort of comfort. I guess I don't give a fuck. Do what you have to do, but it's weird. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, everyone knows that it's weird if it's not real. You're not a mom. You're just not a real mom. That's all you need to know. I hope that you know that. That's all. That's all. Oh my god. Anyone who shops at Tops, you need to get out of the fucking way. You're moving too slow. You're making all the wrong moves. You're in my fucking way. Me specifically. Seems like everyone else is meeting their best fucking friend for the first time in 7 years. You know, just the 2 occasions that I recently went to fucking Tops in the past, like, 3 months. Everyone's in my goddamn way. Everyone and their mother. Everyone and their mother's uncle. Alright? I'm on a tight schedule. I'm always on a tight schedule. I got shit that I gotta do. You're acting like you don't have a life to live either, and you live in Tops. Or you just live in my way, because every time I go to turn down a fucking corner, there's another person. There's an empty cart for no fucking reason. Just in the middle of the aisleway. The long way, not even off to the side, facing a direction. Just boom, just smack dab in the goddamn middle. Taking up the entire... Anyway. you're too old and you need to get out of my way. I want to talk shit about the people that have put out a video rapping to a microphone that is hanging upside down in the middle of a, I don't know, alleyway or something like that. In the middle, next to the dumpster, behind a fucking Red Lobster, microphone hanging just under a bridge somewhere. There they go. They're rapping into nothing. I don't know if it's connected to a computer somehow, somewhere. Maybe someone actually attempted to do something worthwhile with that gimmick, but that's all it is a gimmick. And I don't know why it hasn't died. It should have been a flash in the pan. I really dislike anyone's freestyle that does it, and I've never heard nary a one. So yeah, it's just gonna fail. That's all that it is to it. I don't need to see anyone's fucking freestyle with that dumbass gimmick. Fucking microphone attached to nothing, outside. What are you doing? I don't know. Everyone wants their 15 minutes, man. Why can't you just let them have their because it's my fucking show. Why can't I have my 15 minutes? Eh? You ever think of that? I want to review the new Suicide Boys album right quickly because fucking Four Eyes won't fucking do it. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. He's so goddamn busy he couldn't do it. This might be one of the best albums that they've ever made. It's definitely up there with Now the Moon's Rising and My Liver Will Handle What My Heart Can't, and oh my god, Gray. It's a classic, you know what I mean? Like, just this moment in time. It is. I've been listening to it. This is a great album, and I think Scrim really carried on this one. He leveled up his rapping in a way. It's like more melodic, and he's catching these pockets and these flows that are fucking like, he starts out the album, if a pussy want a problem, I can help her solve it. Fuck boys, I'm a headache, but for bitches, I'm a target. Finally got bars, actually. I mean, I know that they've had their moments here and there, and I've been listening to them since 2015. I met these guys. They actually got bars on this album. I haven't really been able to listen to too much of Ruby's stuff. I mean, his verse is still kind of like fast, but he has like his moments that I didn't think so. That's been stuck in my head. That's a good little bit. That's a good moment. Yeah, it's got its moments. In my opinion, just in comparison to everything else that they've done, the flows from him were like definitely really noticeably weaker on this album. He, I think, was just playing it safe because this is like one of the most commercial sort of sounds, which is weird too because the beats don't really sound like anything that I've heard from them. It has this weird quality to it. The loops are just like, they're minimal in ways, but at times it's everything you need and nothing you don't. My favorite tracks, definitely Count Your Blessings, Napoleon, Chain Breaker, and Now and At the Hour of Our Death. And by the way, Bones has also made a massive comeback flow-wise. I don't know what the fuck that dude's on. Hey, having a kid will put that hunger back in you. Boy said, hey man, this SoundCloud money ain't doing it no more, homie. This Spotify cash, these little tours that we're doing, this just ain't it. This ain't it for Ricky. You know, now I got a little junior on the way. What am I gonna do now? I had to step it up. And hey man, it's all the better for it. Oh my god, yes, and Carried Away. That's my last favorite track. That Night Lavelle feature too. God damn. It's so good. The flow that Scrim does in the middle of that thing is crazy. His chain breaker flow. Broken bone, shawty artist, ice up on my wrist. Pull up with a stain, chopper like a tide stick. And the way he says it, and the way it comes in, it's like soaring. It's like, oh my god. Such a good like release, you know, from the buildup of tension that Ruby was just like upholding. It was so good. It's so fucking good. Also, I still think Line of the Year came on this album. It's from Bones. He says, it go bang, it go boom. Now his birthday on a tomb. And if that ain't the epitome of just, that is hip hop. You know, that's one of the best lines I think I've ever heard. It's so sweet. It's so simple. It's so to the point. It's silly. It's funny. At the same time, it's not a fucking joke. That's a great line. It's great imagery. It's everything in one like little line. It's like some Lil Wayne Carter 4 shit. It's an entire story in like one bar. It go bang, it go boom. Now his birthday on a tomb. Like you say it like a caveman. Like it's just this it's my fucking lizard brain's favorite shit. Like it reminds me of Death Grips lyrics or some shit. Like the way how minimal their just sentence structure is, or like just the evoking of the emotion. It gets me. It gets me every time I hear it. It go bang, it go boom. Now his birthday on a tomb. God damn. Especially like a tomb. Holy shit. That's big. Must have been a really important guy. Have his birthday on a tomb. Because it's a tomb. And it's true. You have your birthday where you die. It's ironic. It's so many things. I want to give a quick breakdown of this. Oh my god. Such a dumb experience. I went to this lady's house. She was just playing music. All this sort of Hollywood Undead, Korn, Avenged Seven. You know what I'm saying? Holy fuck. Anyway, I'm sitting there on the couch and all of a sudden, this shit comes on. And I've never heard of this before in my life. All I know is it insists upon itself. You know what I mean. It insists upon itself. It's just so, like, self-impressed, and I'm sure most people would defend it as like, oh, he's just stretching his, versatility. He's just showing what can be done. And it's like, no. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. What is it? I don't know. It insists upon itself. It's Kim Dracula. It's not a boy. It's not a girl. It's not an it. It can't be defined. That's what they want you to say. They, them wants you to think that. But listen, I see through it. I was blown away. I heard one more song by it, and then I had to just leave. Only thing Kim Dracula ever did for me was make me come to my senses and leave a very strange situation. And shout out to that girl. Hope she gets her help. Next on the agenda. Oh! I tried to listen to all of the Lupe Fiasco albums. And all I can really say is he insists upon himself. After a certain point, I thought up to The Cool was kind of cool. First album, I really don't like it. That's my actual just core memory of it. I just did not like it a lot. And I can see where comparisons that he makes of himself and Kendrick come from. Because he does have weird little inflections and vocals that sound like Kendrick. But he's got to dumb it down. He is, I think that was Lasers. He is like grasping at straws and reaching for ideas for songs. Like, this should not be happening on your third album, homie. It really shouldn't. Especially not after you finally get the funds to do what you wanted to do. That's just not how that works. At least it shouldn't be. But everyone's different. And, to be fair, Tetsuo and Youth, I was listening to that, and it's a very, very good reintroduction. Okay? It's a very good reintroduction. It actually aged probably a lot better than any of his other albums. But past that point, I couldn't even finish Tetsuo and Youth because, I don't know, it kind of meanders. Like, it's very high quality, but it's just insisting upon itself over and over and over with these song lengths. 7 minutes, 9 minutes. I think the intro is like 10 minutes. First song, okay, it's 8 minutes and 49 seconds. But the next song, 5 minutes. The next one, 6 minutes. Then it's an interlude. And like that first beat literally does go on for 8 minutes just on a loop. You know what I mean? It reaches a crescendo point. I'm really smart and I want you to know that I went to Harvard. Just English. Do you speak it? Like, it's just beating me over the head with it. I get it, man. Yes, you're very smart. You're very smart. Yes, Lupe, you're very smart. Next on the agenda. Yeah, that's kind of fucking insisting upon myself. I was about to talk about... Not even. I'm not gonna do it because it's dumb. Also, shout out to J-Pop with these anime intros. But a couple of the Naruto intros and the outros, man, it's just like, whew, that shit is so beautiful. J-Pop's the shit. Alright, last thing I want to talk about is at the end of the new Marshall Mathers Stands documentary, this dude Zolt, he was told by a bodyguard that Eminem wanted to meet him. And then all of a sudden, people behind him all started to run to the car, and he turned around and stopped everyone by just saying, please, just let me have my moment. And everyone was like, okay. That's in Paris. Do you imagine if that guy was in America? How greedy we are, how fucking ravenous we can be when it comes to celebrity. I'm only thinking of, if he was in America, he would have never been in this documentary. He would have never gotten the chance to meet Eminem. And I'm pretty sure Eminem didn't meet any of them. Pretty sure. Maybe he did. I don't know. I mean, I think it was filmed like a year ago. He should have taken some time out and FaceTimed him at least. Anything. But if he didn't, why the fuck are you still a stan? Alright, there you have it. It's the end of the FLUE 6. Get your ass to sleep. Or else you a bitch.